So this is another video of self-discipline in 10 days. So now we'll learn about action-oriented self-talk. So we have now understanding that how hide side of your psychological makeup words, and you need to thoroughly familiarize yourself with the powerful simplicity of the action-oriented self-talk. So everyone has heard about the self-talk. Some people actually know how it works. When it comes to self-talk, limited knowledge is almost as usual as no knowledge. So self-talk is a very important tool that can use successfully to deal with Hyde's tactics. To make self-talk with you, you need to know the three basic requirements: that your self-talk must be positive, specific, and should be in present tense. So now we'll talk about the self-talk process. Self-talk always goes on even when you don't hear it consciously. It goes in the background. Every second of your day, you make choices based on these messages, based on the self-talk you do to yourself. Whether you are deciding what to eat, what to wear, what to do, a process of choice is taking place based on the self-talk. The choice that determines your action is based on the self-talk. So self-talk is a conversation you have with yourself. Often this occurs subconsciously and is comparable to the background music that plays while you shop in a supermarket. The music plays, but you don't really hear it unless you consciously and purposely focus your attention to it. But even though you are not consciously aware of it, this background music has an effect on your behavior. So why does the local supermarket play background music while the customer roam in that area? So because it has been shown in research that music influences our pattern behavior. The store wouldn't do it if it hadn't increased the sales, if it did not increase sales. So did you hear about the fellow who returned a t-shirt to clothing store and told the salesman, "After I got home I realized that I don't like this shirt. I just like the song that was playing in the store when I bought it." Subconsciously this debate goes on in your mind, but you seldom actually hear it. But it severely influences our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Hyde wins the conscious subconscious debate that we don't even know that was taking place, that we didn't even know that was taking place within us. And you often find yourself doing things that you really don't want to do. For example, sometimes you say, "I don't know why I did that." Get the idea? Your Hyde made you do that. And your behavior constantly being influenced without you being aware of it by your Hyde. You find yourself having difficulty with the self-discipline. It is because Hyde is conducting secret debates. Have you ever started to watch television rather than work on an overdue task that you have been putting off? Because a part of you that wants to get the task done didn't get the chance to join in the debate. So the part of you that want to get the task done did not get a chance to join the debate. Hyde overpowered him. So Hyde works subconsciously in the back room of your mind. So it works subconsciously in the back room of your mind without you being aware of it. So when you subconsciously say to yourself, "Hag, I have just to get the closet organized," the subconscious debate begins. Hyde, the part of you who does not want the self-discipline, goes into action subconsciously. The votes are secretly cast, and 2 hours later you find yourself sitting on the sofa watching the conclusion of a bad television movie, wondering why you didn't spend those 2 hours putting the closet in order, or working on a report, or putting together your diet plan. What happened? Because your Hyde start the subconscious debate, and it always wins the subconscious debate. So the votes are cast secretly. Those votes are secretly cast without you being unaware, without you being aware about it. Votes are cast secretly. So the conscious part of you that wanted to be productive did not get even an opportunity to influence your behavior. Hyde works subconsciously. So how can you expect to win the debate when you don't even hear half of it? You can't. In order to counteract Hyde influence, you need to turn up the volume of your subconscious self-talk. And you can begin to program your subconscious mind to support rather than inhibit your efforts at accomplishing your goal. That is the only way to diminish Hyde control. So what you need to do, you can begin to program your subconscious mind to support rather than inhibit your efforts accomplishing the goal. That is the only way you can diminish the Hyde control. So by replacing with the self-defeating subconscious message with the positive specific present tense message, you will find that your power of self-discipline has instantly improved. Believe me, the simple concept will change your life. The main reason you are learning about the self talk, the first, because you will need to use it immediately in your dealing with the high. So if you want to deal with the high, you need to immediately use this self talk concept, and your self talk should be positive, specific, and in present tense. Self talk will be even more powerful when you begin to combine it with the other tools that we'll provide in the later chapters. So your self talk must be positive, specific, and in present tense. So your subconscious mind believe in whatever you tell it. It looks to you for reality. For example, if you say, I'm working on my report, then your subconscious mind will turn all its attention to your report, no matter what you are actually doing when you say it. So subconscious mind understand only the concept of present tense. So whatever the message it receive, it is stand in the present tense, it will leave. Then you direct to all your attention, all your inner resources toward carrying out that message. So if you say, I should work on my report, I ought to work on my report, then the message your subconscious mind here is that I'm not currently working on my report. So hide is sending the present tense message, says that I'm now watching television. So hide say things in present tense, and you will say, I should work on my report. So you are saying that you are not currently working on my report. So hide will send the message present tense that I'm watching the television now. So therefore hide seems more powerful than you. So you need to know that your subconscious mind send message to your motor function, emotion, and other members of your physical and psychological member. If your subconscious mind believes that you are currently working on a report, that's what your feet, hands, and every other part of your body want to be doing. Then simultaneously your subconscious mind will focus on the way to put your report together. Let's say if you are engaged in an activity you consider is a misuse of a time. Let's say for instance that you are reading a magazine. Then you begin to think that writing a letter would be better use of time. Heart will say subconsciously, I am reading a magazine. Every time you consciously think of writing a letter, heart subconsciously repeat, I am reading the magazine. So your subconscious mind believes what you tell it. So if you begin to repeat, I am writing a letter, then your subconscious mind will focus your attention, physical, mental, on writing the letter. As your hands hold the magazine, they will begin to feel agitated. Your feet will want to move you towards whatever supplies you need to write a letter. Your mind will begin composing the letter. Your whole being will go into a state of agitation and conflict, and you won't settle down until you are actually writing the letter. As long as you repeat your positive, specific, present tense self-talk message, you will feel compelled to write a letter. No other activity can satisfy you. So you have to say in present tense. For example, I am writing a letter. Your whole body will support you in writing a letter. Your subconscious mind, your hand, your mind will begin composing the letter. But beware, hide realizing that I am reading a magazine message is not getting through will begin to employ one more of the divisionary position, cynicism, negativism, that we discussed earlier. So guess what? To be effective, Hyde's ploy need to be implement self-talk. But because you are aware of what Hyde saying, you can dispute the message and repeat your message over and overrule Hyde's message. Your subconscious mind will respond to only one message at a time. So try it. As you repeat your message over and over to your subconscious, observe how your body and mind respond to it. You will be surprised. So important, repetition is the key to the success. More you repeat your message, the harder your subconscious mind will find it to work towards your desire. Hyde is a good self-talk, but with practice you soon will be even better. Remember, in using the self-talk technique, you need to state to your subconscious mind exactly what you want to be doing, as if you are actually already doing it. Your subconscious mind work toward making outer reality match inner reality. So upon receiving your message, your subconscious mind will direct all of your resources toward making whatever you tell it become a reality. You will be amazed at what happens when you repeatedly, forcefully, and positively state your subconscious mind what you want to do or have as if it is already a reality. This works with both short-term and long-term goals. And remember, in order to effective action-oriented self-talk must be positive, specific, and should be in present tense. Hey, watch your language. The way you use the words during the self-talk has a tremendous impact on whatever your subconscious mind works for you against you. So the way you use the words during the self-talk has a tremendous impact on whatever your subconscious mind works for you or against you. For instance, when I say I can't rather than I choose not to, you convey to your subconscious mind that you have no choice in the situation. This creates a helpless attitude about your behavior, weakness your resolve. I choose implies that you have a choice in the matter. Likewise, I say I must and I have to. You're telling your subconscious mind that you have no control on your behavior, that someone or something outside yourself is in the driver's seat. So this does not enthusiastically work on to move you towards your goal. Therefore, always say I choose to, which after all usually is the truth of matter. Also, beware of using I should implies that your subconscious mind that your choice or behavior is made from a positive position of guilt, which serves to undermine the self-discipline power. So you should not use the I should. You should use I choose to. Remember, it's I choose. When your subconscious mind hears your priorities stated in a forceful positive manner, it feels your power. It then uses that power to mobilize your inner resources toward achieving your priorities. In other words, word counts. A final tip: if you state your self-talk message aloud, then they will be even more stronger because your message will involve two physical components, speech and hearing. Your message will have the power and support of not only mental network but also physical network. All the muscles and the motor function that are involved in your speaking and hearing, you will be activated and listed in a process of moving you toward doing your desired activity. In other words, the more parts of yourself you involve in your self-talk, the more powerful the message will be in your subconscious mind, and in turn, your subconscious mind will have more strength to support the action you desire.